Hi, today's practice is a gentle yoga practice specifically for low back pain and tightness. So we'll get started on our backs, and you're just going to come down onto your back, bending your knees, and just take a few minutes to get settled. So we'll lay down on our backs, bending your knees, and kind of tilting the pelvis a little bit. The feet are right underneath the knees, the heels are in line with the sits bones, the neck is long, and just bring your attention to the bottoms of the feet. Maybe lift the toes, and then soften the toes, and then travel to the lower back, the sacrum. Just notice that little compression on the sacrum, and then maybe you have a slight little space between the low back and the mat. Again, this is a very gentle, slow practice, just releasing some tension in the lower back. Notice how you're feeling. Bring your attention up a little bit farther to mid-back. Notice what parts of the back are touching the earth. Is it even on each side? Traveling a little bit farther up to the shoulder blades, the back of the shoulders, let the shoulders relax down. Bring your attention to the space between the back of the neck and the ground. Just noticing that area on the base of the skull, a little compression. You can turn the head side to side. Just kind of a little massage for the back of the head. And then steady your head, relax the jaw, soften the face, soften the brow, press the back of the arms into the earth and the palms down and the forearms, and just feel that connection. And then just notice your breath as it comes in through the nose, fills up the lungs, and then exhaling. The lungs, press the breath out, the belly pulls down, ribs come inward, and then the next inhale, you inhale and everything expands. You feel the back ribs against the ground, the ribs go out to the sides, the belly fills, and then holding at the top. Exhaling the breath, everything kind of contracts and presses the breath out. Nice and smooth, in and out. Nothing forced. Make it deep as it comes in. Exhaling, nice and smooth as it comes out of the body. And that'll be your breath throughout the practice. Smooth in and smooth out. Just always come back to the breath when you need to recenter yourself. You're going to walk your feet out to the edges of the mat and then bring the hands out to a T, palms facing up. Drop the knees over to the right and look to the left. Inhale the knees up, exhale them over to the other side and look towards the right palm. And we're going to continue that. Knees inhaling up, exhaling over. We refer to this as windshield wipering. Your knees inhale up, exhale over. Just notice if you feel any tension in the hips, the low back. Inhaling, exhaling over. And one more time, inhaling the knees up, exhaling over. Good. And then come back to center. Move the feet back towards in line with the sit bones. Readjust the pelvis. Bring the arms down by the sides, palms facing down. You're going to inhale the arms up over the head. Do a nice long stretch. As you exhale, the hands come down towards the sides. When the palms touch the earth at the end of the exhale, you're going to press the hands, the arms, the feet into the earth, and on the inhale, lift up the hips. Keep a nice space between the chin and chest. Exhale, the hips down. Inhale, the arms over the head. Exhale, the hands down, palms touch. Inhale, hips up. Good. Release, exhaling, hips down, inhaling, arms over. One last time. Hands come down on the exhale, press into the earth on the inhale. The hips lift up. You might hold here for a few breaths. You might even just take the thumbs and hook them right along the lower back, right below the lower back where the hips start to form, and just lift up a little bit more, just holding yourself here. Nothing forced. Good. And then slowly release down. Nice. Straighten the left leg out and draw the right knee in and give it a nice big squeeze. Wherever you can reach. Some people might reach by the hamstring and interlace the hands behind the hamstring. And if you do this, you can just make little presses with the palms down towards the sit bones and then press upward towards the knee. If you want to, you can just hold here on the shin, but it's nice sometimes to make a little bit of a compression on the back of the hamstring. It's like a little mini massage for your hamstring, going down and then going up. When you get to the top, if your hands are on your shin, you're going to move them to the back of the leg where the hamstring is. And hold right behind the knee, and then just start straightening your leg and bending your leg. Straighten and bend. And just notice where you feel the tightness. When you get to the edge, maybe you hold, take a breath in, exhale, release, pull in a little bit more, and then release. Good. Bring the left hand to the knee, extend the right arm out, and direct the right knee over towards the left, just enough to where you feel a stretch. Don't go too far where you're tweaking the back. And here's where a block or a bolster comes in handy. You can just rest the leg on the block. It could be down low. Good. And just kind of hold your hand on your knee and direct it over, and then look towards the right. Great. Bring the knee back up. Nice healthy squeeze in and extend it down. You might just observe how one side feels longer than the other. So we'll balance that out. Bring the left knee in. Take the hands either around the shin and just hold it here, or you can do that interlacing of hands right behind the hamstring, and it's a pull in, just a gentle press and pull along the back side of the leg where the hamstring is, coming all the way down. Good, moving all the way up. This is a really nice, just kind of low-key end of the day. Need to relax. So you can do that a couple of times, down the leg and up the leg, a little press, release of the hamstring. Get right underneath the knee. Good. Press in and inhaling, lift the leg. Exhale here. Bend the knee, release. You can do that again. So pull in, straighten, notice how you feel, a little shaking maybe. Soften the foot, maybe not flexing so much. If you want to flex, you might feel it in the calf muscle or a little deeper in the hamstring. Good. Release, healthy squeeze in. Take the right hand to the left knee. Let it travel over if you want to move the block over so you have something for your knee to rest on. That's always a nice idea. And then extend the left arm out and look towards the left. Notice if you feel tension in your neck. A lot of times the low back issues aren't just because of the low back tightness. It's got to do with a lot of other tightness in the body. And just notice, and sometimes it's just tightness in our energetic body and tightness in our mental body from holding a lot of stress, and manifests in a lot of different ways. Good, releasing out. Good, extend the legs, nice long stretch, inhaling. Good, inhaling, knees come in. You can rock side to side, or you can rock yourself up to seated. At any rate, you can rock over to one side, or you can just come right up to seated. Good. Bring yourself center, extend the legs out in front. Good. And then you're just going to draw the right foot in, press it up against the left leg. You're going to inhale up for 1, exhale here. We're going to do that 2 more times. Inhaling, creating space each time, exhaling, and then inhaling up. Good. You're going to just exhale, fold. If you don't reach the foot, it's okay. I really want to emphasize that. I'll turn to the side. That this is not a rounding of the back. This is a breaking at the hips and a hinging. And just taking wherever you can reach. If all you can do is reach here, that's okay. You can put the hands right by the sides and work your way here. You could have a strap around your foot to help you. But again, it's not a pulling and it's not a reaching. It's an inhaling and an exhaling here. And just staying here for a moment. Nice long spine, trying not to round, readjusting periodically. Good. And then release. Good. You'll release the right foot. Transition over left foot to the inside of the right leg. Good. Inhaling up, creating space. Exhaling, hand center. Inhaling, exhaling. And again, last time, inhaling, staying long in the spine, breaking at the hip, and then letting the hands reach wherever they can. Don't worry if you are not touching your toes. I really want to emphasize it's not about touching the toes. It's about getting the most out of the stretch and just releasing and staying here and breathing through, pushing through the heel of the leg that's extended, dropping the shoulders away from the ears, and having a nice flat long spine. Good. Releasing. Great. You're going to go ahead and just cross one leg in front of the other. Here's where if you have a block, you might want to just sit on it. I will demonstrate. You just lift up and sit right down on the block. It gives you a natural curvature of the lower back, so you're not adding extra pressure there. And then the knees can splay out a little more naturally. Just want to inhale up. Good. Exhale, twist to the right. You can just plant your left hand on your right knee. Good. Inhaling up. Good. Exhaling, other side. Staying nice and tall in the spine, not worrying about how far you go, and being mindful not to twist at the lower back. More middle, torso. Good. Inhaling up. Hands touch. You're going to bring the right hand down. Reach the left arm over. Feel that nice side body. And the lower back and the tightness there, it's not just on the back body. It can manifest to the side body. You can circle the right arm or the left arm around and really reach and try to get a little more length and hold here. And trying to keep the left and right sit bones evenly on the block or the floor wherever you are. Again, it's nice to have a little something to sit on, even if it's just a pillow or a bolster. Good. You're going to inhale, transition, exhale over. You can a couple circles with the shoulder just to release anything in the shoulders and gain a little bit more length. So you'll notice the bicep is alongside the ear. So it's not about how far you go necessarily, as long as you're feeling the side body stretch. And just breathing there for a little bit. Remember, the breath is nice and long and smooth. It's not rigid. Try not to make it too shallow. Really try to fill and empty. Maybe go just a little bit longer here. Good. Releasing. Good. Take the hands, sweep them around behind you. Interlace the hands and squeeze the shoulder blades together as you open through the chest. And just give a little inhale as you look up. And you can exhale here, dropping the shoulders away from the ears just a little bit more. Good. And then releasing, placing the hands on the knees. We're going to do some seated cat and cow. So inhaling, look up. And then you're going to round the spine, pull the belly in, chin to chest, rounding. And you'll do that again, inhaling and exhaling. Good. One more time, inhale, lift, lengthen through front body, exhale, round, open back body. Good, and then come center, and then you can kind of just twirl around and see if you can release a little bit of that tightness in the lower back. So twirling in each direction, moving the belly around. Good. Good. Sitting up nice and tall. You'll release the block if you're sitting on it and come to all fours. Press the hands down. Good. And you just want to have a nice stable spine here, just feeling what that feels like underneath the hands, feeling the belly engaged a little bit. Bring the toes together and widen the knees. Here's where if you needed a block, if you're a beginner, you can put the block here and sit down on the block and stretch the arms out into child's pose, or you can just release the block and put the hands down on the ground. And the forehead is going to touch the ground here, holding. And I'm going to talk. So hold in child's pose for maybe 5 breaths and really let the back try to release. Each breath that you bring in, open through the back body and the front body and the side body, up and down, and then contract and bring in. If you have a block, you can choose to place the block right in front of you, place the hands on the blocks, and let the head go down. This would be a little bit of a shoulder release as well, a shoulder opener as well. And then come up to all fours. Good. Being right here, holding, and then just take the right foot and bring it to the outside of the right hand and lift up the knee, tucking the toe, and just kind of shift forward and back. Again, this is a little bit more hips, but the tightness in the hips can contribute to tightness in the lower back and all areas. You might want to just hold here. Good, pointing the toe back, nice long spine. If you feel like you're hunching, you can use a block right here. Just open up. Good, releasing back. Circle the right leg around. Again, very gentle. Left foot, left hand, shifting forward and back. You can lift the toes on the back to activate into the hamstring and calf. Forward and back. Good. And then holding the forward nice and deep in the posture. And then releasing back. Good. Come to sit. And then for the final pose, before we wrap up our sequence, you're going to come down onto the back. And if you have a block or even rolling up a blanket, I'll demonstrate with the blanket. And lifting up, placing the blanket right underneath the sacrum. Good. And you can just cactus the arms And then you can bring the legs up into the air and just let everything kind of sink down and settle down. Or, if it feels okay, you can straighten the legs, bring the arms up over the head and get a nice long stretch. Or you can simply leave the legs up into the air and circle the ankles and just allow your body to decompress. I would say stay here for 10 to 20 breaths as long as you need to, and just really let your body sink. You can even just put the feet down and bring the knees together and widen the feet to the edges of the mat and bring the knees together and let your body completely decompress. Stay here as long as you'd like and enjoy a little bit of peace and quiet, not just in the mind but in the body, stillness of the shape, just really relaxing down. Thanks for joining. I hope you enjoyed the gentle stretching flow for low back and really the whole body. Have a great day.